Coming out of the closet, family edition. After I finished college, I lived with my parents for a while before moving in with some friends. That helped me get comfortable enough with the fact that I was gay to come out to a small group of people. They reacted well, which made me want to come out to more people, including my parents. I went across town to see them one day, brimming with confidence. I felt like they were going to be okay with it. I mean, yes, they're religious, but definitely liberal-minded. And, if I was remembering correctly, just back from a vacation, so they were probably in a relaxed state of mind. I discovered that only my mom was home, but decided not to let that stop me. I could tell my dad later. We sat down at the kitchen table, and I told her I was gay. She cried. Not in a good way, though, in like the worst possible of ways. I'm thankful that I can't remember any of the words that were said, because it's bad enough just to remember how upset she was, how scared she was. She said we shouldn't bring it up to my dad since they were going on vacation in a few days. Going on? Oh, so I was not remembering that correctly. And now I was sending my mother off on a long vacation to mull over what was, to her, at best, a dark secret. Yay. I watched in heartbroken silence as my mother tried to compose herself. Before we could start talking again, a car pulled in the driveway and I freaked out. Did I even say goodbye? Don't know. Fight or flight was an easy decision and I was across town with my second beer in my hand in under 10 minutes. The next time I saw my mom, it was clear that neither one of us was going to be bringing it up. But that didn't keep it from being brought up. One weekend, when my entire family was in town, I arrived with a barely covered hickey. My sisters put me up against the wall and tried to get information about the girl who had given it to me. But yeah, it wasn't a girl. They didn't know that, but I knew that. And my mom, who I could see in the kitchen, holding back tension and tears as she listened to my sisters interrogate me, she knew it wasn't a girl. And I could see the pain that it caused her. And I made sure that that never happened again. Over a year later, I moved to the Twin Cities, ready to explore being gay someplace where there was actually gays to explore. My new independence rekindled my desire to be out to my family, regardless of the consequences. A week before my parents made their first visit, I prepared. My roommates knew my folks and agreed to sit by my side when I broke the news. I called all my siblings and came out to them on the phone so that my parents wouldn't have to wonder what the rest of the family was going to think. I had armed myself with all the information and support that I could gather when they arrived that weekend. At the end of the first night, we sat down in the living room to talk. I wasn't sure if my mom had ever said anything to my dad, so I played it safe and announced it like it was news to both of them. As my father processed things, my mother admitted that I had told her before. I can't imagine that was easy for her to say, which is probably why it meant so much for me to hear her say it. We talked for a while before they went back to their hotel. They called me when they got there to remind me that they loved me and that my being gay was not going to change that, which has remained true to this day. Thanks for listening.